Y'all, I know the video is on time. It's so on time. Y'all. Oh, if only you knew how much I do need you. Shouts out to Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle performing everywhere these days in her 70s. You better, Patti. Work it out. Anyway. Child Married to Medicine. It's been a lot as usual. It's been a lot as usual. You know, people been saying, I've been reading some tweets as I'm often on Twitter. My Twitter be hot, child. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at It's King's Girl, ITSKINGSWORLD. Okay? Child, the spot be blowing up on there. But anyway, so yeah, I was looking at some tweets from people. A lot of people are saying that they don't think Dr. Jackie likes Phaedra. I wouldn't say that I don't think she likes Phaedra. I would say I don't think she understands Dr. Jackie, she strikes me as just very traditional, very by the book, very structured. She don't like a lot of extra flamboyant things, and Phaedra is definitely out there for sure with the antics, the dramatics. And Dr. Jackie's she's just serious for the most part. So although I think she'd be kikiing behind the scenes, but of course she's not going to give that on camera. So a Phaedra personality would be, it's just like, she's just looking with a question mark. She's just trying to understand all the antics, but not really understanding that this is reality television. Dr. Jackie, this is why Phaedra Parks and so many like her is the tea, so to speak. Child, sweet tea, sweet tea, sweet tea. I don't know. Why y'all be out here making these men feel like they're the prize? And once again, sweet tea, I don't care if these women like Quad or not, and she like them. At the end of the day, how much loyalty you think they're gonna give you over Quad? And then apparently Sweet Tea, she tried to act like she didn't know who Dr. G was and she ain't never heard of the show and all this kind of stuff. Girl, gone. You do what you done signed up for, but now you really married that man. And now you see, or you gonna see if you haven't already, a lot of the things that Quad said is true. I don't know why people always think, oh, I'm better than their ex and he would never do me like that. She would never do me like that. I got that good. I'm this, I'm that. Child, you ain't. Okay. People are just child. Anyway, this episode. So what do we see? We see Phaedra, Heavenly, and Quad. They meet up at Quad's house. Quad is feeling some kind of way because Dr. Heavenly is taking pictures of Sweet Tea posted online, being messy. And Quad feeling some kind of way, and Heavenly came over, and her and Quad kind of got a little snappy. Many people have said that Quad is not really the most sociable person in terms of she does things on her time when she feels like it and or to benefit her in some kind of way. I've heard that from Simone. I've heard that from Heavenly. I've heard that from Jackie. So Quad, it must be true. Get it together, girl. All them people ain't lying on you. I'll get back to the show, but they be doing lives. Phaedra be hosting mainly. They do lives after the show on Instagram, I think. And, they'll have, I think the first time I saw it, it was Phaedra, Heavenly, Quad, and Jackie. And then Phaedra had a live session where they watched the show, and it was Simone and Heavenly and Toya and stuff. So they just be doing that or whatever. And on this more recent one, it was Heavenly, Quad, Phaedra, and Dr. Jackie. And they were talking, and Dr. Jackie and Quad kind of got into it because on this particular episode, when they had the whole funeral moment, her and Phaedra, at one point, Toya and Quad had got into it. And so as a response, out of anger, Quad had said, well, y'all can jump on the train that I'm on, or you can jump the bleep off. Dr. Jackie felt like that was directed towards her. I personally did not. I thought that Quad was mad in that moment, clearly. And I think she just looked over that way because she didn't want to look at Toya. And so her and Toya was going back and forth, and she was getting upset, and she didn't want to fight at the funeral home. That's, in my mind, that's what I think it is. But yeah, it's just a lot. There's a lot of history with this cast. I've watched since the beginning. I haven't seen every single season, every single episode, but I get the gist. I've watched most of it. And the tea is that in the very, very beginning, Quad was Mariah's friend. Mariah introduced Quad as she was her project, her underling, her sidekick, her whatever. But they were friends. But, Mariah kind of played it off to the girls that she was, a little ghetto, a little rough around the edges, whatever. They don't want to admit this to doctors, but they were a little bit elitist towards Quad. It was like, who this little girl, who this little ghetto girl, da-da-da-da-da. They didn't say any of that, of course, because they're professionals. But it was like a little shade, like a little, oh, she ain't nobody situation. I think throughout the years, Quad caught vibes, and maybe it was different conversations, shade thrown behind the scenes. I think that kind of motivated Quad, and that kind of turned her into the quote-unquote monster that she is today. With the extraness, the dramaticness. She's very sarcastic. She's kind of hateful when she's talking back and forth to the ladies. I think it's a lot of resentment from the past stuff of maybe how they treated her. And she hasn't quite healed from that. And so now the tides have kind of turned where Quad has her own now. However she has that. And she has built herself up after being divorced and stuff. And so I think that she wants their validation. She wants their approval. She wants them to admit, I guess, to their wrongdoing and to now give her props that she is on their same level. That's what I see. That's what I feel like. Shouts out to the toothpaste stains. That's what I think it is. As the underlying issue. But Quad won't be completely vulnerable with them. Because I just think that she's just hurt by certain things that have went on. But a relationship is a two-way street. And you have to, Quad, if you want to be back good friends with them, you're going to have to admit to something. You're going to have to own up to something. Dr. Heavenly said that when she was talking to Quad. I agree with that. But is she going to? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, back to this episode. Let me see. What else was I talking about? Simone and Cecil is going through it because the boys are living off Simone. And Cecil is a lot more lenient with the boys, and Simone is over it. The oldest, he has been in college for like 5 years, and he still hasn't graduated. And the other one, the little one, he talking about he want them to buy him and get him an apartment and pay the rent every month and stuff. It's a lot. You know, everybody wants more for their kids than what they had. Everybody wants to establish generational wealth, as they should. And if you have the means, you should give your kids the world. I'm not against that. However, with you giving your kids the world, you need to understand that they are not you, and they live a different life than how you grew up, and they are not going to respect and appreciate things the way that you did, because they didn't have to work as hard for it or to work for it at all. You know, and so every child is different, but I just think everything is just in moderation. As a single man with no kids and unmarried, just my opinion. Everything is in moderation. You should always just show the good and the bad. As privileged as they are, and y'all have y'all big fabulous Christmas, how about next Christmas or a day after Christmas, how about you take them down to the soup kitchen and have them to feed people? Like, how about take them different places to talk to folks or whatever? And I'm not saying they have it, but I'm just saying there needs to be a way. I'm not talking about Simone's kids because they're grown, but I'm talking about as they grow, as they are kids and growing up. Like Toya's kids are the perfect age for that, to just know that most people don't live the way that you do. And if something happened to your parents, and if they don't set you up financially, like if they pass away or something, you will be those people. You know, if you ain't got no good work ethic and you think, you know, you just been spoiled and you think the world owe you something. So, you know, it's just a reality check that needs to happen. But they're still just not going to get it. They live a different life. They grew up differently. They don't have that hustle mentality, a lot of them. And I don't know what you're going to do. Just pray for them, you know, be there for your kids, of course. But I mean, they'll get it one day, eventually. But I don't blame Simone for wanting to cut them off. That's all her money. Because, I mean, we don't know what Cecil do. Okay, so, speaking of men, where is, Curtis? Curtis is apparently out of town. He has I don't know, I think Dr. Heavenly said something about he has rental property or something in Dominican Republic, or anyway, he's working with, I think, his son or something, in some kind of thing. So I think he is legit working, Cecil. But this is Cecil that we're talking about. So he's definitely working, but he's definitely playing as well. I think that Dr. Jackie is just like, look, sir, as long as I don't find out about what you do, I'm cool. And he was just like, all right, I ain't gonna slip up no more. That's what I think it is. Because for you to have a horny husband, and Jackie's always at work, you know, talking to DeBrat and Judy and all them. I just don't. And I could be wrong. Dr. Jackie, she's lovely, I'm sure, but she gives off an air of snooty, you know, and she just don't seem like she's that fun. And so, and Cecil seemed like the life of the party. Clearly, look how he was acting at the strip club. I mean, he ain't never seen ass before. So I don't know. I just think Dr. Jackie and Curtis got a secret arrangement going on. And I don't think they the only one that got an arrangement. Yeah, I think Cecil and Simone are over each other. They love each other, but I think they over each other. And y'all remember when Simone told him he had to stop hanging with that girl, his friend, and stuff. And I think that pissed him off bad. But I mean, all the resources come with Simone, so it's just, you know, I guess I'll stay married and put up with it, child. Because, I mean, I ain't trying to get out there in that workforce again. I get it. We'll never know. But that's what I think it is in my mind. Y'all stay with me. I know I've been talking and rambling, but if y'all know what I'm talking about, hit the like button. Hello. Comment something in the section down now and talk to me. I'll talk back. So yeah, let me see. Back to this episode. Yeah, Phaedra, she's handing out. She got her butler to hand out invitations to the thing that she's having, child. Phaedra told everybody to wear black. They pulled up at the funeral home at 12 a.m. It was the extra. They had the whole casket moment, the singing, the instrument player. It was just a lot going. It was very Phaedra part. She had on all black, looking like a widower. And I just hollered. It was just funny. It was funny and extra. Lo and behold, Miss Quad, and her blonde bob popped out the casket that read mother. I said, child, please. Who else was in the casket? Toya talking about, is Mariah gonna pop out too? I hollered. The commentary throughout this episode was hilarious. Toya was cracking me up. Toya said, I didn't know that I was coming to a haunted house. It was just so funny. These sophisticated ladies on Married to Medicine is not ready for all the theatrics of Miss Phaedra Creonta. Is it Creonta? Creonta Park? Something like that. They're not ready. But this is normal for us. Because those of us who know Phaedra, child. So Quad hopped out. She went around the room talking to Dr. Jackie. She was like, there's no animosity. Dr. Jackie was like, what is you talking about, girl? She was like, I'm cool. Heavenly. She got to Heavenly. She was like, Heavenly, you're my sister. Can we move on and move past our issues? Heavenly was just like, I ain't got no issues with nobody, sweet tea. I don't know why you say you want to beat my ass and all this kind of stuff. And it was just like, screw what Quad got to say. It went on Sweet Tea. Y'all know Sweet Tea erased Heavenly's name off the wedding. They got up and started to get into it. Sweet Tea, you was not gonna touch Heavenly, child. Sit down. Now Heavenly, you was wrong, because Heavenly championed for Sweet Tea to be on the show. Then she got on the show and started talking crap about it with the other girls. It's not right. She pretended to, I guess Sweet Tea thought that she was actually her friend, but Heavenly is for Heavenly, and Heavenly is for Daddy, and Heavenly is for the show. And I think that they all, once they all get that, I think that they'll all be better. They can no longer be affected by the stuff that Heavenly says. Once they all understand that, the Heavenly is not for personal friendships with them. Maybe Dr. Jackie. But the rest of them, child, Heavenly don't care. So, I just think that they, after all these years, they still don't get it. And it's wild to me. I would not be shocked that I could be sitting there having a real moment with Heavenly and then it end up on her YouTube channel, girl. I mean, she told y'all. She tell y'all who she is. She for the streets. It's entertaining. It's hilarious. I love watching her talking. And now she be talking to Carlos King and stuff. So I be watching them. Yeah, it's entertaining, But I don't know about her real true friendships in real life, how they are. But hey, it's entertaining. I enjoy it. So let me see. She got to Simone. Simone was just like, are you for the group, Miss Quad, or not? Because Simone is still upset about, or Miss Quad had the Sister Circle show with the girls. How Quad kind of left them high and dry and said that they're my real friends and y'all are not, etc., etc. And so Simone's still hurt by that. And so Quad was just like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I need this check. And so, yeah, we can move on. And my bad. Got the Toya. Toya was not here for any of it, child. It just, Quad didn't want to hear nothing Toya had to say. I said, now, Quad, how you going to have this and apologizing to everybody, saying that you want to get back in good with the girls, and then you snap them up, cut them off. You don't want to hear what they got to say. You cuss them out. I'm like, Quad, how is this going to work? It won't. We get to the table, child, at the repast. They fed them horns. instruments playing. It was just so funny and ridiculous. They sat down and started to talk. Sweet Tea told Phaedra how she's upset that she brought Quad. That's not the place to meet Dr. G's ex-wife, which she's right about that. It's not. But once again, Sweet Tea, you should have did your homework on the show. You know they was going to give you some, sis. I mean, come on. And Dr. Gregory, your husband, clearly he ain't prepared you for none of it. Child. So, I don't know. You're going to learn, Sweet Tea, though. I don't know why they chose... Maybe it just ended up like this. But I don't know why they had Quad sitting directly beside Toya. I knew that was going to be a disaster. Toya was just like, Quad... She was yelling. She was like, you called me a thief and you said I cheated on my husband, etc. Quad was talking and she leaned over. She pointed to, I guess, Heavenly, saying that no, it was her. It was she that did that. Toya grabbed Quad's hand and it almost got physical. They had to get up and leave. It was getting ready to get a mess. Dr. Jackie was definitely pissed off and over the whole thing. But like I said, I think Dr. Jackie was... irritated with Quad by how she came off. Yeah, the people want Quad to humble herself and yeah. Quad, I know you think that you're better than Sweet Tea, but I don't know why, sweetheart. Both of y'all ended up with the same man. I know you got out and now you're living this great life, but who's to say that she won't as well if the relationship goes sour? I just think that if ain't nobody did nothing to you, you should always come from a place of love and support. Until they disrespect you, then whatever. But yeah, and Quad making fun of Sweet Tea, talking about her that she's country and she don't fit in with this group. Quad, at one point you didn't fit in. And you've always been country, Quad. Quad, why you think you talk so good? Shut, Quad. Now, I love you, Quad. I love Quad. But let's not. Y'all all from the South, majority. Like, making fun of the fact that she country or act country or whatever. Girl, you do too, and you are. Girl, you know how many black families come from the South? Born and raised? Like, cut it out. I didn't like that. The other ladies making fun of Sweet Tea is one thing, but Quad, you doing it could be misconstrued and taken another way because you used to be married to the man that she's with now. So it's different. Like, just cut it out and let it go. I don't know. Phaedra was also irritated with Quad and her dramatics. So we don't know if they're going to have a conversation to get into it. I feel like they will. But this whole resurrection, her jumping about the casket did not help anything. So, I mean, we going to see, child. Listen, this video's long enough. I got to go. With that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google+. Follow me at @SkinsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At @SkinsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chisking on Facebook. MrChalaki on Cash App, PayPal, and TikTok. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. Bye, my darlings.